What up? What up? What up, YouTube? We are back at it again. We took a week off, but we're back. Well, you caught Monday's show of No Balls, Just Things. So I hope y'all caught that show. If not, catch the replay, hashtag replay gang. And we don't talk about those types of balls nor things you purposely get your minds up the gutter. You know who I'm talking to you. So yeah.
Please.
Hope y'all want to see some balls.
Not those kinds.
Not those kinds, but we're going to show y'all some balls. Not well, none of my balls. But you can see one of the coaches right behind him. He's hanging out.
I was sitting at an intersection today. Like I was the first guy, like at the light, like red, and the cross traffic's going. And there's a guy sitting next to me. It was a 3-lane. All of a sudden, some dude just goes ripping through, hits the brakes, and I mean, they T-bones a guy right in front of me.
Oh no!
Like I'm like sitting right there, like oh my god. Then the light turned green, so I just tried to, I snuck by. I saw the kid that got hit, and I held the window down. I said, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I'm like, "All right, I gotta go."
Wow! I never saw an accident like happen. You see the accident drive by, but I never seen one actually like happen. That's crazy.
Right in front of me today. I was like, I don't know, man. And then I was driving down the street coming to my house, and the electricity had gone off. And so none of the street lights down the street, it's a pretty major street coming back towards my house they're all out, and people like lose their mind, Just so you know, people, if a street light's out, it's the electricity, there's no cop doing the directions in there. It's a stop sign. You stop.
It's a
stop sign. People just blowing through there. I was like, you got to be kidding. Somebody's going to die right here in front of me. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh, that's no good. That's no good.
No, man, it was dangerous. I got home. I just got home and said, I'm not going out no more.
Mm-mm.
It's dangerous.
Heat drives people crazy. It's the heat. It's the heat. It's the heat. I'm telling you, it was 100+ degrees today, and it's going to be that way tomorrow. Well, I'm sure in Arizona it's always like that.
Yeah, it was cool here. It was a breezy, beautiful 102 about here today.
Oh, 102. Okay.
Yeah.
Breezy,
well, last
102.
week sport, 115, 116, 118.
No.
Even though it's dry, it's still really, really hot.
No, I couldn't survive, man. That's one of the reasons why I was happy to leave Florida hot every single day. If it rains, the rain doesn't last. The rain only lasts for a few minutes, and then it's hot as hell all over again.
Yeah, and it rained a couple days ago, and so it's like 102 out and humid. I was like, where am I in Florida? That's what I thought, because I go to Daytona Beach to see my kid when she went to school there.
Yeah.
I've been to Florida, and I lived in Houston. That's pretty humid too.
Houston, that might be. The next time I move, it might be in Texas.
Houston, I loved Houston Keys. I really did. The culture in Houston, it's considered the South. You know what I mean? The food is amazing.
What up, Dennis?
Yeah, is Dennis here, my guy? Go Raiders!
Yeah. We got all the Raiders fans in the building. All the Raiders fans in the building.
Be careful now.
Oh man, I'm gonna give a quick little shout out to my man Ivan at Shades of Blue Morphs. I appreciate you for everything that you do, Brody. Make sure you follow him on Instagram and on Morph Market, and he's got his TikTok jumping off, so I'll follow him on TikTok as well, please and thank you. Let's do one quick video. Little Coco. Yes, shout out to Chris from DNA Reptilia. Not only does he supply cocoa, but he also has like a smorgasbord of animals, man. He does it all. Colubrids.
Yeah, he's a smorgasbord. He's just like
boas, pythons.
You can just pull up to the reptile drive-through there and just order.
One-stop shop. It is.
I take one of these. I take one of those.
That's my guy. Salute.
He's a great
What else?
dude,
Oh, we gotta bring out our guest now. Let's bring out Dave from DNA Reptilia. Give him a nice round of applause.
Evening.
Thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate you.
Oh yeah, I was able to fit you in.
Oh. Not quite evening here yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Even now. Let's 5 o'clock where you at? So yeah.
It is actually 7 right now.
For Coach.
5 where me.
Oh, for Coach?
10 after 5.
Oh, he's got a long time to go yet.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard that Congress is going to vote, because here in Arizona, we're above the law. We don't have daylight savings time. We never move. You just set it one time. It's it. You're done. And then we have to fluctuate when y'all are going up and down and up and down. But I heard they're voting that's going to stop. So I think
they've been talking about that
at the time it is now. No more fallback and all that baloney.
That'd be cool if it ever happens.
They're voting on it right now in Congress. I guess it looks like it's going to pass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be interesting. Be one less thing to worry about twice a year.
Right?
Yep.
Why?
Yeah. I always forget about it too. Till it's like the day of. Like what? Oh, time changes tomorrow.
Well, the whole thing is it's supposed to save daylight for the farmers, But I don't know about you. Ain't a lot of us farming no more.
Nope.
So we don't need an extra hour of daylight. We can go ahead and be dark now.
Don't need it. We're gonna blow you up, man. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and the company.
All right, I'm Dave from DNA Reptilia, obviously, but I'm only half of DNA Reptilia. The other half that I started up with is actually my daughter, Abby, my oldest daughter. She doesn't live with us anymore, but we still do expos together. It was her fault. I was doing at the time when we both first got our first ball pythons. I was doing acrylic work for saltwater aquariums, and there was an expo that had saltwater aquarium stuff and reptiles were introduced all together at one time. And well, her eyes got big, and then my eyes were looking at the same thing, and we got our first ball pythons then. And about a year and a half later, we acquired a few more, and we're like, maybe breeding might be an option, thinking of names. And, well, I'm Dave, she's Abby, so it's Dave and Abby, just abbreviated DNA. That's why the N is a small n. And DNA Reptiles was already taken. I was smart, and I actually did some Google searching. Then I looked for synonyms for reptiles, and, well, Reptilia was more a broad term, so I kind of stuck with that.
Yeah, I like it.
So
that's how the name came up, and
that way, so that you can go into other things, down the road. You don't have to change the name.
Yeah,
exactly. That's kind of another reason why also. And Abby has kind of gone into a different direction. When in her little room that now I have all my adult ball pythons in, she probably had well over 150 reptiles altogether.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was. She had leopard geckos, crested geckos, hognose snakes, ball pythons, Ackie monitor, dragon. Christ, she had a frill dragon for a little while. No, leaf geckos for a little while. Those were obviously imported. They didn't last too long, unfortunately. She tried her best.
The leaf tail geckos? Those things.
I think it was leaf tail, or was it? No, it was cave geckos. That's what it was. Maybe she did. She had so many reptiles; it was so hard to get to remember every single one.
That's like trying to remember all your kids' toys. There's no way.
Exactly. She was young yet, and she had a job, but she didn't have any bills. So she had all this money that was coming in. So she just started buying reptiles. Oh, let's breed this. She had Legianuses for a while, for about a good 5 years until. She did get them. She got a male that she raised up from a little guy, and doing really good. Got him a mate. They were together for about a year and a half, and I think something happened with the female along with the circulation in her room. So the female died, and because of that, the male died because they were considered to be life mates, unfortunately. You know, things happen. You know, just like adults, animals can pass whenever. You just don't know when.
When you keep a lot of animals and you're in an animal hobby, these things happen. I mean, I was in the aquarium hobby for a long time when I was a younger person. I had aquariums all over the dang house.
Yep.
And you'd come home and something like a heater would malfunction and every fish in the tank gone. And you're like, come on.
Are you talking freshwater or saltwater? Because I had both, and saltwater was a worse.
Well, yeah.
Worse
I tried saltwater, like I did like a tank maybe, and was starting my second one while I was starting to watch all the expensive fish just like drop one by one. And then I went, we're going to go back to freshwater.
Yeah,
I used to do a lot of cichlids, African cichlids, but then I had live bears too. Like I had like, you know, the mollies and the swordtails, and
swordtails are pretty cool. Yeah,
I had the lyre tail sailfin mollies were just beautiful, and they had them in like sunset. They were like orange and black and marbled, and they would live bear. So you just set the top of the tank up so the babies would hide up in the top. And the whole tank would just, you know, they'd grow into being in the tank and whatnot. Then I'd have to start skimming stuff out of there. But I loved that hobby. I loved that. It was fun, really fun. I just don't like water changes. And that's what I like about snakes. No water changes.
Right. That's the best thing about it. And they still stink the same, though, but, you know, you don't have to change the water.
Right. Big aquariums, man. I'd spend half a Saturday wringing wet for doing water changes all day.
Yeah, I think the biggest tank I had was a 150-gallon saltwater tank. I did it as a peninsula style. I think it was 24 inches tall, 24 wide, and 4 feet long. It was huge.
You see, and back in the like 90s and, you know, in early 2000s and 90s, maybe late 80s when I was in aquariums, you never saw these huge aquariums. When I look at people today, like on YouTube or, you know, online, these aquariums are gigantic.
I know.
Aquariums. And it's like, boy, I tell you what, I had like a 60-gallon back in the day. Thought I was like, boy, I got the whole ocean at my house.
Yeah. A buddy of mine back then, he set up a 500-gallon aquarium. Yeah. Dude, that was holy nightmare. That's when you learn how to DIY everything.
And then back in like the early 90s and whatnot, mostly everything was glass. So it was a big tank was heavier and good.
Oh yeah, night. I know. I helped to move it.
Yeah, no. It's like trying to move a car, those things, some of those big tanks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you don't do anything in the aquariums anymore? Or do you still?
No. I don't have any glass tanks that hold fish.
Right.
I still have a couple glass tanks that hold some reptiles, but nothing that holds any fish anymore. I did. I think it was about good 12, 15 years with between saltwater and freshwater.
Yeah.
The last thing I was doing for a good 8 years was making coral frag racks. When you cut off a coral and propagate it,
right,
so it could turn into its own colony, you put it on this ceramic piece and it has a little stem on it. Well, the product that I was making was a rack that you put that little plug in and it could stay put and safe until it actually propagates decently to where you could transport or put it on your other rock, or you could sell to another saltwater person.
Right. A lot of the stores, they'll just have them like we use, like the light diffusers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? For our eggs, they'll sink those down in there and stick their frags to that light. I don't know how to do it. I've
done that many of times, and then I know I was doing LED edgelit signs for a while with logos and stuff like that. And once I got my big laser, I was finally able to make an actual rack, and I actually came up with a design that actually snaps together, and I call them snap racks. And I could make them. I think the biggest one I made was maybe 5 feet long by 2 feet wide, and I think it was maybe almost a no. It was I made a tall one that was like almost 18 inches tall.
Really?
And I got videos on my old YouTube, One Mad Fish, of me doing assembly videos of some of these, how it just all snaps together so you can put it into your aquarium system. They'd all ship flat, and that was the big plus. It all came in box what yay big, but it would fill your huge tank.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it was heavy. The shipping cost was not nice due to weight, but at least the box sizes kept the shipping costs down for stuff like that. And I did that for 8 years, and my name was out there fairly decently. I was doing pretty decent, but then COVID hit, and I decided to bow out because I was starting to run out of materials. There's one material that I was actually getting imported from Vietnam.
Okay.
It was a silicone sheet. It was like 20 feet long, 20 or 30 feet long, and about 3 feet wide. And I would cut out some silicone parts for one of my racks. And I had a sneaky suspicion that it was going to take me a long time to get another roll when I run out. So I bowed out.
Oh yeah, it's coming on the boat, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually where they load that stuff. I used to be in, supply chain, so I dealt with a lot of the, that's going to be on a boat. It's shipping across the waters. That's how.
And you know how shipping all happened, how it went down, towards 2020, and I bowed out, I think, in 2019. So.
Yeah. So that's pretty.
That was. And we had some ball pythons before that, and other reptiles. So I went from one hobby to another, and so I went with the flow. You can kind of call me a COVID breeder, I guess, even though my first ball python was like 2018, so.
I'm just, COVID was good to hobbies. You know what I mean? It wasn't just good to the reptile hobby. It was good to just about every hobby that you could do in your house. I mean, puzzle making got big. People started doing puzzles.
Yeah.
You're sitting around the house with nothing to do. You're going to find something to fill your time. And so, I ain't mad at people. I came in 2013. I don't know what you want to call that, but everybody's new sometime. And I'm just glad that we still have new people coming in. That's the key, is to keep people coming in and keep people coming in to be part of the hobby. And that's how you take care of your hobby, is you keep people coming in. You don't shoo people away. Yeah.
And it's, since I've been in since 18, I've seen people come and go now. I'm like, okay, am I getting old into this hobby to where I actually see other people coming in after me and also leaving before me? And it's like,
oh yeah,
wow.
And people I was looking up to, I was like, wow, they're doing really good. They're sticking some good money in some good projects. And then like 2 years later, they're just liquidating. I'm like, what the heck? I'm glad I didn't stick a ton of money into it right up front,
Right.
I mean, still $15,000 in the first year is nothing to sneeze at, but
Yeah. Do you have any of those you first snakes that you bought, or you totally?
I do have 2. I think.
I just shush my wife.
Now you're making me think. I didn't think about that. It's like I know for sure I got 2, and one for sure is never leaving. That is a Raven pinstripe. She is not leaving. She's like 3,200 grams empty. She's a thick girl. And then I just have a hypo. I think she could have been a Mojave hypo. I can't remember, but I think she's just a regular hypo. But she has a little bit more of a green hue to her. And she's the girl that gave us our very first clutch. and she gave us twins out of that clutch, which unfortunately I only have one left.
Wow.
I was blessed with twins on our very first clutch.
Crazy.
They were the size of a Sharpie pen.
Yeah.
19 and 20 ounce.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did they survive?
I still have one of them.
Wow.
That's what usually happens.
Well, they were doing good. They were starting to both eat live on their own, and there was a swallowing issue for one of them. The little ASF Fuzzy was going fine, and then the head must have got caught and turned as it was going down. And this may sound gross, but in breeding, you hear some strange things. It actually pushed through the scale, not through the side of the neck completely, but it pushed the scales out, and you could almost see the head through the skin. Yeah, it wasn't nice. I was able to pull the ASF out, and then the next day that hatchling did pass away.
Yeah, I've only had one set of twins. I still have the one that made it. The other one was about as big as a number 2 pencil after you sharpen it about 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
And she was tiny. And I just was like, I was going to keep them both if they both made it, but I kept.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah.
I wanted to see how. It's like I didn't even sex the one that I still have. I'm just saying, he's a male, I guess. I don't know. I tried putting it back with the mom. I can pop hatchlings, but adults, that's a different story. So he's. Yeah. I mean, he's still small for being 4 years old, 5 years old. I mean, he's the size of a 2-year-old.
That's all right.
But he eats every day. Every time that I offer him, I think he's up to weaned rats now, finally.
I have a 10-year-old female that I guarantee has never been 1,500 grams in her whole life. She's 10 years old. And she's maybe 1,300 grams maxed out. She gave me a clutch of eggs this year for the first time. First time I ever paired her, but 4 or 5 eggs, 4 eggs maybe. But she's tiny. The male was darn near bigger than she was.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm like, want to maybe keep the babies, a couple of the babies, and see if, like the Volta, maybe I've got like the super dwarf ball python.
The dwarf line of ball pythons. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't want to sell the super dwarf ball python and, somebody just for like $40 normal, they got like a brand new house out of it and stuff.
Yeah, and the Raven Pinstripe, when she was 3 years old or 4 years old, she gave us her first clutch, which was 10 eggs.
Oh.
Yeah, they were massive. I'm like, oh, okay. But then I candled them. They all looked healthy until you put a flashlight to them. Only half of them had veins. Yeah, that sucked. That was a gut hit. Yeah. I was hoping and dreaming. I put them all in an incubator. 3 days later, half of them disappeared. And then out of that clutch, 2 died in egg before I even cut. They made it all the way to 55 days, and I cut, and they were dead in egg. 2 of them, unfortunately, didn't make it out of the egg. One's wrapped around the umbilical cord as it was coming out. Another one just didn't make it out of the egg. And the last one I actually have upstairs, and I should be pairing this fall, which was a cinnamon pin het clown. Because I paired, I was hoping to hit a raven of anything, like a raven pin that was going to be het clown, but just cinnamon and pinstripe, being het clown. So I'm like, okay, I guess. But she's doing pretty good, and she will be getting paired this fall. But this last season, just not even 2 months ago, she gave us her second clutch of eggs. Okay. Which was 11 eggs. Sheesh. And it was like huge. She's a big girl. She, like I said, 3,500 grams empty. But but this time I paired her up to a pastel hurricane G-stripe.
Okay. Yeah. See, I got to see some Raven combos. So I haven't really seen too much. Oh, Raven, but I know Raven's not chocolate.
I heard that genetic proving that Raven and chocolate are the same. I never did send one of her sheds in. I probably easily could because she sheds all the time because of growing. She eats large rats. But I want to make sure that she is chocolate or Raven. She's a darker Raven pinstripe that I've seen on Morph Market or anywhere, and I got her from it was a reptile auction that it started on Facebook, and since Facebook cracked down, they had to move to their own website. I want to say Steven something or other down in Miami. I can't remember. I bought multiple snakes from him, and she's one of them. And she was just so dark. I called her Cupcake because, well, she was as dark as a cupcake.
Pinstripe's a dark gene. I mean, if you see pinstripe as an adult as just a single gene pinstripe, dark gene.
Yeah.
One of my very first animals I bought from Ben Rennick was a cinnamon pinstripe, and she's not very dark, but I love pinstripe. The thing I do with pinstripe is I try to lighten it, and I
add coral glow.
I put lesser in it. I'm trying to do banana, which same thing, coral glow.
Same thing. Yeah.
I got a banana genetic stripe that I'm going to put to my pastel lesser leopard pinstripe. She's a beauty, and she's a big girl. Pinstripes seem to get big to me. All my pinstripes.
Yeah, one of my biggest snakes is pinstripe.
Right,
Pinstripe.
It's an old world gene. Not a lot of people are working with it, so it's not getting thinned out with all these other genes. So it has other genetics in it that are probably larger in size for body condition. So that could be one reason why.
Do you know who founded the pinstripe gene?
Was that Barchak?
Brian Barchak. Barchak did the pinstripe. Yes, sir. He did Sunset too, by the way.
Yeah, until it got stolen from him. Supposedly from an employee mixed up or something like that. I don't know. That's a story that
the whole thing is
someone knows, but yeah.
You have a collection that big and you have to have people work for you. Stuff like that's going to happen. It just is. Why would it not happen in this industry, but it happens everywhere else? I mean, right. I worked at like drugstore. You know, I ran drugstores. My first job was at a liquor store. People got in trouble stealing there. I mean,
I'm sure.
It happens everywhere. So if you have employees, there's going to be somebody's going to steal some from you.
I'm just happy he was able to get it back though. That Triple B, Brian sent him another sunset for him to grow up.
Well, because Brian got his sunset stuff from Brian, and when Brian Cusco was first starting out, he had a pinstripe girl that he had bought from Brian, and like almost 2 years of snakes, almost two and a half years, and I think it was a het sunset. I could be wrong, but it was a pinstripe, and snake got sick, got an RI, and Brian had already had it. Cusco had already had it like almost over a year, well over a year. And they got an RI or something, and they weren't able to save it. And Brian Barchak replaced the snake for Brian Cusco.
That Tommy.
Wow.
And I know Brian Barchak used to get some bum rap, but I'll tell you what, he is responsible for more people around the time that I got into this hobby, getting in this hobby, than probably anybody else. And so I always enjoyed watching his videos, and I thought he was for as large and as big as he was, and he did a pretty good job, I thought.
Super nice guy.
Yeah. I mean,
I wish I could have met him. We had plans to go to one of his, to a private event, that you pay for a couple hours to go there with a couple people or whatnot like that, but it never came to fruition. with a daughter working and me getting into ball pythons and also working overtime and the wife too and the youngest, things never lined up. Nothing went straight. So
what part of the country are you in, Dave?
we are smack dab in the middle of a heat wave right now in Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, okay.
Central Wisconsin. We are about 2 hours east of Wausau, where Garrick DeMeyer is.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to ask about him. My first ball python indirectly came from him.
I have a couple from him that I picked up personally.
Yeah, he was big time too when I first started. I used to remember watching Brian Barczyk and what's his name there? I can't remember it all. I'm old because I'm old. But I used
Same
to watch,
here. Easy words are hard.
That's the first big dude I interviewed.
I'm getting I played football when they didn't know what concussions were. God darn it, Keys. When you got your bell rung when I played, they just said, "Do you know what day it is?" And if you said a date, you were good. Get back out there.
Go walk it off.
You're good. Rub a little dirt on it.
Yeah, I remember jumping my bike off of bike ramps all the time, and a couple times the handlebars went all the way over, and I ran to the hospital.
Well, because the guys who constructed the jump probably screwed it up. It was us. We did it. That's how we would.
Yep. No. I made the ramp.
That doesn't look safe. We're gonna try it anyway. That's how
Why not? Let's give it a shot.
We're trial and error. God darn it. That's how we grew up.
Right. That's how you learn. You got to fall in order to learn how to stand back up.
Well, nobody's hurt yet. Darn it. Let's give it a try. That's how we were back then. I mean, we were daredevils. Parents kicked us out of the house, and we just went out inside.
Yeah, these kids they don't know about going outside the house. They don't go outside.
Yeah, man, you didn't come home until the street lights came on, and if you needed a drink,
Right.
you got out of the hose out front.
Yep. You got to let the hose run a little bit because the first couple feet are really hot.
Yeah.
Does Abby still come over to help you? Dave,
What's
does
that?
Abby come over to help you?
No. I got everything under control. She's busy with, she has a fiance. So she's actually engaged, which I'm like, really now? Okay, so when am I having a baby? So when am I having a grandchild? She's like, no. I'm like, smart.
Is she your oldest, Dave? Do you have?
Yeah, she's my oldest. She is 24 now. And I've been with my wife. We've been together for 25 years, married for 21 of them.
Nice.
And we had 2 girls. I was praying it was going to be girls and not boys because I knew how much of a hellion I was.
Right. I have 2 daughters as well, Dave. I have 2. I was married first time for like 13 years, and I have my older 2 kids from that marriage, and then my youngest daughter's 23 years old. But I have a 35 and a 23, both daughters, and I have my daughter is married. They're not having children either. They've forsaken me as a grandparent.
Right. Yeah. My oldest turns 28 this month, and he doesn't have kids. He doesn't even like kids. I'm like, he's been with the same girl since he was 15.
Right. My oldest daughter told me straight out, Dad, you're not here. I'm not having kids.
Oh, yeah. My youngest daughter, I don't think I'm going to have any grandchildren from her neither. So,
I don't think I'm going to have any of my kids either. I'm like,
that's just society telling people you got to go. And if you don't really want to do that and be a parent, then I would say then probably you made a good decision by not doing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that, like my daughter, I'd say, hey, I just want you to be happy, man. I don't care if you have kids.
Right. Be able to be happy where you're at, and
that's the main part, man. Be happy.
But Abby does do reptile expos with me yet.
That's cool.
When you're saying that Reptilia is a little bit more broad, she doesn't do as much reptiles to shows anymore. She's actually thinning out her herd because they want to probably move to Arizona, and moving that many animals, just any animals, is going to be a nightmare. Or Minnesota, But anyways, moving that many animals. But she does do expos with me, and we normally rent 2 tables every time. I have the ball pythons, and she actually started doing, epoxy resin. She would get molds that were like reptile related, dragons and stuff like that, and pour a 2-part epoxy in with different colors and swirls and mica powders and all that. She was doing all that for a while. She was doing really good until 3D printing came around, and so many people started doing 3D printing, selling prints. It was actually affecting her sales, because she had the cheaper stuff that the kids would want. It wasn't toys. It was just cool little things. And I used to have one around here. I used to have a green dragon. Anyways, I had a green dragon that she made for me. It was a sleeping dragon. It was green and blue. Really cool stuff. And after about a year of her sales plummeting, she decided to get a 3D printer herself and add to what she's doing. She actually pays for Patreons for some of the models' creators, and she has different models than everyone else has. A lot of people use models that are on Thingiverse or Maker World. She actually goes into Patreons and pays them monthly so she can actually use the files and to be able to edit them and sell them legally without... Because those free-to-use ones, you're not supposed to technically sell for profit. Yeah.
And that's, again, even in this industry, just like in the other industry keys, you're going to have people that legal, that's a gray area. That's a gray area.
She made a little pug for me.
A little pug. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she makes a lot of fidget toys. And she does all right now because she has different animals, that she has around, different sizes. She made a dragon a crystal dragon that was damn near 4 feet long, and it took her a week to make it, and about a year and a half to sell. And it actually sold at Ed Emily's show up in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. We did that show for the first time this spring, and it sold. It sold for $175.
There you go.
What's going on, Justin?
See, if they make me a dragon, I already know what I'm going to name it, because I'm going to get a dragon. You know what I'm going to name it if I get a dragon? Puff.
Draco?
Puff.
Oh, Puff.
The magic dragon?
Yeah.
Nice.
The cool thing is, both my daughters, they both love dragons.
Yeah.
And I don't know how well it's going to show up, but I got a nice dragon tattoo on here, line drawing, because someone else likes dragons. So my girls grew up liking dragons.
I got 2 dragon tattoos.
I love dragons. I think if you're into reptiles, you gotta love dragons, right?
Exactly. And she does sell a lot of 3D printed dragons, just different variations of what you have seen before. And she prints in multicolor.
Okay.
She doesn't paint them. She has multicolored printers, and she told me how many hours she has on one of hers. I think she said she had over 20,000 hours on one of her printers.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's wow. Did y'all see the snake that Justin posted the other day? It was like an orange bambino. I'm wondering if is that Mandarin? Justin, let me know if that's Mandarin. I was going to ask. You could tell us this orange bambino.
Bambino.
So what kind of projects are you into, Dave? And so let me ask you one more about the daughter before we go there.
Sure.
She's still doing reptiles too, or
she still has reptiles. She still cares for reptiles. She's just not doing any breeding yet.
Okay. And you said something about she wanted to move to Arizona. I'm in Arizona, so if she ever wants to come out and see something that's around the Phoenix area. I've been out here since '94. And, I can give her don't go live over there because you're not going to like it. You're going to have to live over on this side or whatever. you know, give her at least the lay of the land a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like, oh my goodness.
Arizona is a great. I've been here. I come from California, and I've been here since '94. I love Arizona. Absolutely.
Yeah, she wants to she's going to be letting go her ball pythons because she fears finding a place being able to have ball pythons is a lot harder to do, especially when you're moving in a totally different area and you have no other where to go, that you need to find a place. And it's like, yeah, that is true. So she's slowly letting go some of her ball pythons. A couple of them will actually stay with me because when we actually had our first pieds, she wanted one of them because the sire was hers and the damsel was mine. So I was like, well, you can, out of these pieds, you know, you get to pick one. And she picked a firefly pied. I'm like, that sucks. That was the best snake out of the clutch, but you know, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. He said this is something like I didn't want him to pull up right away, but y'all see this snake? This is a beautiful snake.
It is a beautiful snake. Who produced
that?
that?
You know, man. The guy right there, Ozark Mountain North.
And it is
Bambino Mandarin.
Wow.
I love their oranges. You know.
Yeah.
The way
that is almost weird.
Looks like hypo. It almost looks hypo.
It is hypo.
Oh, it is a hypo.
Bambino Mandarin hypo.
Oh my goodness! Look at that.
That is, wow.
Wow. Looking at them.
I like the pattern. I really do. I am a pattern manipulator. I love manipulating pattern.
I like that too. I like to do black back and stripe stuff.
Oh, you'll like what I'm working with probably.
Oh, let's see. What is up with my?
You got us in the dark.
No, I don't know what's going on. There it goes.
Well, hello there.
I'm like, we can't even see through the trees right there.
StreamYard. It's StreamYard.
Yeah, I know.
My computer's lagging.
Hey, you do all fine every time. You got so much of the shows going all week and everything. You do a great job, man.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Don't let nobody give you no problem, brother.
Issues happen no matter where you are.
Hey, like we were just talking about, no matter where you're at, something's gonna happen.
Oh yeah. No matter what business you're into, whatever hobby you're into, something's going to happen.
Right. Just look at all these actors. How do you think you get blooper reels? You know, they've been acting for 40 years and they still make mistakes.
Right. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So, what kind of ball python stuff? Let's get into those and see what you're kind of working with, because.
Okay.
I'm kind of
the gene that really pulled me into this hobby is Exanthic.
Okay.
But here's the kicker. I have yet to make a single Exanthic animal in over 6 years of breeding. And it pisses me off.
Took me a while too.
Well, I was supposed to have an entire clutch of Exanthic last year. This is a crazy this you've heard of retained sperm, right? Okay, here we go. 2 years ago, actually now it should be like 3 years ago, I paired up a Corgo pied to a pastel Exanthic female. Okay. Make double hats to actually be able to grow up my own VPI Exanthic pieds, you know, double hats, obviously, right. And then with Coral Glow in the mix. Okay, I got the perfect combination. I got 2 males and 5 females from that clutch. Astonishing, perfect. Yeah. They're actually going to be getting paired this year. At least 3 of the females are going to be getting paired this year. Okay, the year after that, I did not pair her with anybody. I'm like, okay, then last year, not last season, but last year, was it 24 to 25, I paired her with a Coral Glow VPI Exanthic. Visual Exanthic that I got from Freedom Breeder. So everything should have been all visual Exanthics that occasionally I'll get a banana version or a Coral Glow version. when I went to go cut the clutch, there was a head popping out. I was like, ooh, that's a gray head. I'm happy, happy, happy. And I cut the first snake. I'm like, are they more brown in the egg? What? Yeah. I'm like, what the heck? And the next one I cut, it was the coral glow. I'm like, okay, is this what they look like in egg? I'm kind of like, okay. And as I'm cutting, all the rest were all females because I only had one coral glow out of the entire clutch. All the rest were females. I'm like, what the hell just happened here? These are supposed to be all exanthics. I'm opening up the eggs farther and farther to see if they're brown or if it's just light deceiving me or whatnot, and they were all brown. I'm like, are you kidding me? Did she literally retain sperm for 2 years?
Crazy.
I'm like, oh, is this how mis-IDs happen?
Yeah. That's how the people say I bought heads from so-and-so and they proved out not to be heads. Well, just because you paired them doesn't mean that was the daddy, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, oh my God, am I going to, this is another thing that makes, I'm glad they're shed testing now.
Right.
Because like, oh yeah, I paired with visual clown to a non-visual, to make hets. They should all be hets. And for some odd reason, if you have the same genes in that male that is a visual clown that you paired with the year before that was not a visual clown, are you guaranteed that the male you paired this year was actually the sire?
No.
Because you have no differentiate.
Yeah.
No different genes that give you a definitive answer. So
no, you can't, and that's why stuff like that happens. It just does, and it doesn't mean that the guy was trying to screw you. He probably is bewildered about it as you are. You know what I mean? He's like, God, I mean, I paired 2 visuals. They should be double hets.
Yeah,
with a retained sperm. Or
when I was
Partha.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, I had one of them too, and it was the worst clutch ever.
And all the Parthas would be all females, right?
Yeah,
it'd be a mom.
It was the genes that were involved.
Right.
She was Mojave, Hypo, and Champagne.
Okay. So super champagnes aren't going to make it.
I now know what super champagnes look like.
Yeah. Were they yellow at all?
They were pink.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
They were pink and really tiny eyes.
Yeah, same thing with the super spider. The super spider is like they call it the pearl because it's white. But if it gets far enough in the egg, it's a white snake with small eyes. And
these made it all the way to term, but man, they were not moving very good when they came out of the egg. I'm like, I'm sorry, I will not even gonna think about trying to get these to live because I know they're probably not going to, and I'm not even gonna waste my time. And then I got 2 super Mojaves. It's like, okay, that's the first time I ever made a super Mojave. Now I know what they look like. One thrived for 3 months, and the other one was sold cheap at 6 months of age. And I told them it is a Partho animal. I cannot guarantee it will live a long life. It's eating very well. It has never missed a meal. But I'm just giving you this disclosure right now. That's the reason for the price. So don't be disappointed if one day it was eating and the next week it's no longer with you, unfortunately, because that's what can happen with Parthos.
Right. You did everything right. All you can do is disclose. That's all. So.
Right. But that was that was the story of kind of Xanthic, how Xanthic kind of got me into it. Well, the first animal that I saw that really got me, or drew me in with the Xanthic, is the Xanthic spider, the zebra bee. Stark black and white. I'm like, that is so killer looking.
2 weeks ago, we were talking about the bumblebee and the bumblebee, how it was such an integral part in starting this whole industry. And then you're saying basically a Bumblebee combo was what did it for you.
Which drew me in, yeah.
Bumblebee for me, and yeah, I saw the Bumblebee and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. This looks fun.
The next one was the Calibi, the Calico Pastel Spider.
Yeah.
Because it pushes that white sides way, way up.
Oh my God, yes,
Yeah.
they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
And the first season that I paired, I actually did a pairing to hopefully make one of those, and I did. I was like, oh, thank God. Is every season going to be like this? I hope and dream for an animal, and I get it? No.
No, of course not. Of course not.
But I had him long enough to sire clutch on his own, and then I let someone else take him in as a male, proven male, you know, beautiful animal. He ate really good. He had a little bit of a wobble, but it wasn't too bad. But those are genes that got me into it. I still have, that's another animal I have from the first year is my pastel calico. So I do have 3 for sure for my first year of getting animals. I drove 3 hours one way to pick up this pastel calico that was 900 grams. And I paid $200 for her.
Oh, nice.
And I still have her.
Nice.
And this year she gave me I think her 3rd clutch that I tried, and she gave me some decent ones. Not what I was hoping for, but she did give me some good stuff. So I paired her to a Orange Dream pastel pinstripe het genetic stripe.
Okay.
So I did get some Orange Dream calicos. I was hoping for a Orange Dream calico pinstripe. That's what I was hoping for. That was het genetic stripe. Because I have this one female that I made that was exactly those genes. It was calico, Orange Dream, and pinstripe. Was a stick of fire out of the egg.
Yeah.
Orange as orange could be. And once that calico really started cleaning up the sides, she's a phenomenal looking animal. She's upstairs, and she even gave me a clutch this year. Because, like I said, I wanted to make more of her, so I paired up the pastel hurricane up with her, and I got one stellar flipping animal out of that. Holy cow. You've heard of the poor man's monsoons.
Yeah.
Dump calico on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
It intensifies the breaking up of the pattern.
Yeah.
That's
It-
wild.
If you want to show any of those the hatching anything on the hatching rack, you're more than welcome to.
we
Yeah.
can show.
I'll unplug the battery from here. Let's see. Because I got a little setup, that little wireless setup for a light.
There you go.
Yeah, because the light switch is way up on top here. Let me flip the camera around also. Settings, camera. I think I figured out this one is going to be the best one.
Yeah. Fun cool. Oh, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Okay.
Let's see, where am I here?
The Green Bay Packers beat my Raiders in Super Bowl II, Keys. And I'm still bitter.
Still bitter.
So bitter. Why would you be bitter? Where is it? Okay.
The Packers beat my Raiders in the Super Bowl.
Okay, that's orange and calico pinstripe, head pinstripe. This stripe.
My buddy hit that combo too. It's phenomenal. It is phenomenal.
Okay, we'll go with orange and calico pinstripe. No, I want to show a regular hurricane pinstripe first. Hopefully my hands are cool enough. I'm going to have to zoom in. Let's try with a different camera. Let's go with the zoom in camera instead.
How you got all this stuff? I got a laptop over here and a cell phone.
This is actually my phone.
Good.
Yeah.
Zoom that joker in, I
Nope,
bet.
that one's even farther. That's just silly. Yeah, on the phone, there's actually surprising amount of settings.
Yeah, the
That
zoom
was-
that's pretty good.
Yeah, maybe I should have just had this closer. Anywho, plus I got a light on top, so what? This is a poor man's monsoon.
Oh, that's a nice pinstripe.
Yeah, it's pinstripe and hurricane in the mix. What is it? Hurricane, pinstripe, orange dream, and it's also had genetic stripe.
Okay.
So the orange dream is clean, making the colors a little bit brighter.
Yeah.
Now you see how the patterns are broken up really nice because the hurricane, that's what it does. It reduces pattern. It doesn't just manipulate the pattern, it actually reduces the pattern. Because I found that out with with a big project that I'm working on. Now, here's a creme de la creme. Hopefully my hands.
Oh yeah, I see now.
This that's calico, pinstripe, and hurricane, and probable orange dream because of the fading on the back here.
They'll
so
run
this
together the pattern back on the back end. Orange Dream does usually.
Yeah,
it looks. I think that's Orange Dream.
Yeah,
Orange Dream and Pin looks really good.
That looks
yes,
really
it does.
good.
And see how you can like see the depth of the pattern. It looks like the pattern, like you can almost look into the snake. Orange Dream does it. It kind of like blushes in the darker areas so that it gives depth to the pattern. I think that's an Orange Dream trait with pinstripe as well.
Yeah, this is definitely my holdback. This is what I was hoping for. Calico does make a big difference with the poor man's monsoons.
And look at the head. The head is beautiful. My pastel lesser leopard pinstripes head is beautiful. It's just so soft looking. Look at that, man. I like that. See, I'm a pattern guy, and I'm a guy, I like stacking incomplete dominant genes. I know I'm like still in the back when I got into this. But I like it. That's what I like doing.
Now that's what I'm kind of working with. Now you heard the words come out of my mouth that I said genetic stripe, correct?
Yep.
Well, here is, I'm thinking it's a Hayabusa. This is one I made last year. It's a Hayabusa pastel Super Hurricane. Yep.
Okay.
Spider.
Holy cow! Look at that.
Oh shit!
And this is also had genetic stripe.
Is there
There's one that. Yep, pastel.
Yeah. Okay.
The sire had pastel. The dam had pastel.
What is? Is it a male or female?
This one is female. This one is actually a female. Look at that head stamp.
That is good. Yeah. Right? Because it's spiders, so that way it's not like you're not going to put it with 4 or 5 different females.
Right.
Yeah, right. So you can kind of control it a little bit better. I think it's when you have things like that, having them in the female is the way to go.
Now this one is giving me an actual genetic stripe. Now I still have to test it, and there's actually a shed in here, but I'm thinking it's a pastel Mojave Hurricane visual genetic stripe.
Oh, I want to see
these are world's first because no one wants to play with genetic stripe, and
I am.
There's a couple people. Yeah, here doesn't want to open up.
Ooh.
But look at the.
Yeah.
What is in this?
I do believe it is basically a Pastavi Hurricane genetic stripe.
And you know that it's so funny because you would think it would be darker.
I know.
Yeah, but you know what? Mojave does the same thing in clown. It makes a lighter color clown, and you're like, this was a dark.
And the crazy thing is, this one is smaller. It's from the same clutch, and this one is giving me grief about eating. The spider is eating like no tomorrow, but this one just doesn't want to eat.
Uh-oh. That's one you got to assist feed then.
Yeah, but here's another one. It's brother. I don't think that there is pastel in it, but I'm thinking it might be. This one might actually be a might be a pastel Mojave Hayabusa G-stripe. Now, I got to try to cool my hands down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason why I say Hayabusa, because it even has even less pattern.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Wrong one.
shit happened.
There's a snake over there, Keith. There
Yeah,
you
it
go.
goes. It was. I don't know how it got me.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love you. I love you like a brother, but golly,
So
Yeah,
I'm
so-
thinking this one is a Hayabusa.
Super clean.
that is wild. And you would think because it's a super hurricane, you would get
That's
a
why.
pattern.
Ex-
That is wild.
To tell you the truth, there is a couple animals that I made last year out of these clutches that did not thrive. And I swear I made a pastel Hayabusa G-stripe and a regular Hayabusa G-stripe. They almost had no pattern. But I do have pictures of them. They didn't thrive. Unfortunately, they regurged because they're in a new hatchling rack that I set up, and I forgot the temp gun and everything.
And I like
So-
the head on the G-stripe. The G-stripe head is so cool. Look at it,
Yeah.
it's just so soft looking. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. That
And
is beautiful.
I got one more from the same project.
And you think
that-
that one's visual, right? You think that one's a
That
visual?
I think that one is a visual Hayabusa, and it is definitely a visual
Right.
G-stripe. Yeah. And
That
where
might
are
have-
you?
That might have pinstripe in it too.
No, there was no pinstripe in it.
Oh, there was no pinstripe in the.
There was no pinstripe in that pairing.
Oh, okay.
Now you know what Spider and Hurricane look like because I showed you that before.
Yeah.
Now let's throw a little G-stripe in the mix, actual visual G-stripe.
Oh my god.
Mhm. I like that. Yeah.
Is there calico?
And this-
Blacks in that.
There's no
Nice.
calico. There's no calico. It might be super pastel.
That
Like I
might
said,
be-
I really need to test. But I
Yeah.
also think this is probably a Hayabusa too.
yeah, but this is how we did it back
So
in the day.
nice.
And nobody tested. You just went, this is what I think it is. You got to breed it.
Right. This one eats pretty decent.
It's beautiful. That is.
And the reason
wild.
why I decided to leave Spider in the mix is because I found that Spider does add pattern back into genetic stripe.
Okay.
Yeah, I see.
And I wanted to see what Hurricane would do with it in genetic stripe compared to it out of genetic stripe.
Yeah, leopard with genetic stripe, and who I saw do
Yep.
those was Garrick DeMeyer. And the,
Garrick DeMeyer has plenty of those, and James Stufflebug too from Southwest Reptiles.
yeah, those leopard genetic stripes. The outline of the stripe is that black outline is really thick. I mean it's just wild looking. I
Now
love
there
genetic
is.
stripe.
I'm looking for them here. Super pastel. I think I'm just going to start opening tubs because I'm looking for something specific. I have pastel pinstripe, orange dream. Okay. I have siblings here that has their visual genetic stripes. And this one I do believe is a pastel pinstripe orange dream G stripe.
Mm-hmm.
Pinstripe actually removes the pattern.
Right.
Yeah.
There is no black line. This one I made just this last season.
You're gonna hate me, but it looks like a champagne.
I know.
Look at the head. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, turn it around.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Now-
that.
Now I see the pattern, what there is of it, of the shading, how it's pixelized.
Yeah.
Okay. I will bring out its brother.
All right.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost.
So what do you think? You almost took
Oh,
a shot,
boy.
boy.
No, they're just moving because I got stuff moving. This one, I'm thinking has Hurricane. This one, I'm thinking does not have Hurricane. I think the Hurricane smoothed out the pattern or the coloration. And these are both pinstripe G stripes. Pinstripe actually removes pattern, which is crazy. And I thought it was going to add pattern. So I was wrong.
They just amaze you. Every time you think you got it figured out and what you think you're going to see, it's like, yeah, that doesn't look like anything I thought it was going to be.
Exactly. The head pattern was completely different.
Yeah.
But
it's amazing that you just add one gene to a combo, and sometimes what a drastic difference it makes.
Ooh, this one is ready to light me up. This is not
camera.
one that I made.
Yeah.
This is one that I purchased, and she is, and it's a female. Where is my little boop snoot? There we go. This one I got from Shane at Small Town Exotics.
Oh, it's a triple head. Yeah.
It might. I know it's het. Yes, it is. It is a triple het. It is yellow belly, red stripe, hurricane, triple het, clown, G stripe, enhancer.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
The red stripe.
The red stripe's amazing.
Yeah.
If you get a good representation of red stripe in a combo, there's no doubt it's in there.
And he hits
everything. We love yellow belly.
Yeah, he hit the red stripe hurricane Kiki this year, and this is from that very same clutch.
Nice.
I'm like, how much for that little girl? It's like, for you, because you're in my Patreon, this amount. I'm like, okay, it's coming home.
Nice.
I love the pattern. And what's that?
Look at the dorsal. You can tell it's red stripe in the dorsal.
Yep.
The red stripe just throws that thick dorsal. Look at the eye stripes. I bet they're kind of jaggedy looking. They're not straight like an inchy eye stripe. See how they're kind of wavy on the top and the bottom? Yeah, I love that. I love red stripe. So it's red stripe, yellow belly,
hurricane,
triple het, clown, G stripe, enhancer.
Yeah, and red stripe, it's just like, it makes everything look better. It really does.
And the thing is, I have Kiki's in the mix, going upstairs right now. I'm hoping to maybe hit my own Kiki's this year. So, but this year I'm also going to be, actually, look at this one right here. Of course.
That Kiki ball it saved the genetic stripe as a gene. I mean,
it did. And I'm trying to work Hurricane into it, and of course, Shane hit one first, a Hurricane. But this little girl is in shed. This is one that I hit. I do believe a special mahogany pied, just pattern on the head, and a little bit on the neck.
A little bit.
Special makes low white pied or high white pieds, right?
Very high white pieds, yeah. Now you see how light she is. I mean, yeah, she's about ready to go and head out. Now this is one that I have for sale. No one has purchased yet. I only got her for like $400 right now, but her sibling I held back. And I just gotta find him. Mahogany cinnamon pied.
I love cinnamon too.
And the reason why I kept him, because I could put him back to his mother, who is a mahogany pied, so I can hopefully make cinnamon mahogany pieds, aka a cinnamon suma pied, which has been called a kung fu panda.
Yeah, there you go.
This guy.
Oh, that's cool.
Little white on the and that's all he has for pattern right there.
That's cool.
And
you don't have any high stripes.
No, he is really dark on one side and really light on the other side.
Yeah, little chimera.
Yeah, and he is possibly het lavender too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's going back to his mother this year to hopefully prove out the het lavender, because if I hit a lavender suma pied, it's part of my language, but damn, that would be awesome.
The super mahogany is just a beautiful. That's just a beautiful super.
Yes, it is.
Really dark snake with the like orange pinstripe going down the back. Man, that is so cool. See, that's a lot. A lot of these incomplete dominant genes. The fun is in the supers. You know,
Yes.
the super chocolates
Yep.
are just amazing, just amazing. And you know, I've done super enchies, super cine. It's fun to play with the supers.
Speaking of cine, you know what cinnamon and black pastel do? They work really good together. And then when you throw pied in the mix and pastel.
Yeah. Is
The
that
girl
that's kind of like that urban kid. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, she got my wrist.
Oh, that's awesome. It was right on camera too. You might get a bonus from the show for that, like UFC.
Yeah, was it right there? She got me.
Good job, girl. That away.
Yeah, she's a hungry girl. She likes her foods.
And she doesn't want you to touch her either. God dang it! You can see the cinnamon in her. She has cinnamon eyes.
Yeah, a nice white belly.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I held this one back so I could, and I did the exact same pairing. So I could have some for sale.
Yeah.
And I got what I wished for. I actually hit 2 more that are better than her. They're unfortunately better than her.
Right. That's usually how it happens.
Yeah. The one that is exactly, whoops. Open up the tub and they thought it was feeding time. It's actually tomorrow is feeding time.
That's how mine do it too.
Tomorrow is actually feeding time.
Early.
This is the exact same genes as the last girl, but she had a very strong reaction to being het pied. Very strong.
So that's a het.
This is het.
That is crazy.
See, this
is. I know, right?
Cinnamon is just so reactive.
Along with black pastel.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome, man.
And this isn't even the better one.
Oh wow.
That's like urban. That looks like that urban camo stuff.
Urban camo, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Now take out the pastel, and you got this one. It's even darker.
Darkness, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've got a super cine that I made. I call it my white lip python.
Yeah. Nice white lip.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
They have white lips, so they're a python with white lips. I could call it a white lip python if I want.
Technically.
I own it. I call it whatever I want. Damn it.
That is nice.
And when this one sheds, it is black as black.
Yeah, it is.
And then a week later, it starts to turn brown like this. Every time. It sucks.
You know, and I just think that's the patternless ball python, basically, to me. I mean, it's that base ball python color and just no pattern. And for guys that like to manipulate patternless stuff is cool too.
Okay, now we're gonna change up the color. Last year, I put 2 of the animals I got from Garrick DeMeyer together. One was a coral glow pied male, and the other one was a bongo het pied female.
Okay.
And well,
bongo.
This
banana.
is bongo banana het pied.
Or coral glow.
Coral glow, yeah.
It seems like coral glow is more on the East Coast, where banana's more toward the West Coast. I don't see coral glow out here on the west side of the United States very much at all.
Oh. Hypoxanthic that.
That is
nice. This is actually the one that's for sale.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
got
I got a better one.
Yeah, see, I knew it.
Of course, I got a better one. Why would I show you? Where is it?
That's how I do it at shows now. I don't even look at the table. I'm just like, tell me what you got in the holdback rack. Yeah, I want to know that one.
Exactly.
I know how you do it. I do this too. God darn it. The best stuff's still at home.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you remember the pairing? It was bongo het pied to coral glow pied.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we should have half the ones pied.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
That's a bongo pied right there for you.
Oh, nice.
Bongo
Nice.
coral glow
Bongo.
pied, right?
Bongo coral glow pied, yeah. And what gave it away that was definitely bongo is the pattern right here, pixelated. And it's purple as purple can be.
Oh my goodness. See, and I'm not a pied guy, but I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I like little white pies a lot. And I like that.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah, speaking of low white pies, how about the complete opposite? Those are downstairs in the incubator, and they pissed me off. Because lesser was in the mix.
I love lesser. Be quiet. I'm a lesser guy.
Yeah, but not when it's in pied.
Oh,
Small eyes and all white.
Yeah, see, I don't do pied, so that's why I probably love lesser.
Let's get this back to right camera.
Yeah, thanks for showing off.
Yeah,
Showing some babies off.
Beautiful animals.
Mm-hmm. That was nice. But, it is about my bedtime. We are going to call it a night. Dan, what's going on, brother?
I could have. We didn't even go upstairs for the adults. This is downstairs.
We have to do this again. We have to do a part 2. You got to do a part 2.
Sure. I me, Keith, I'm always like, let's leave them wanting some more, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can show you the animals that actually produced all those.
Yeah.
You know, some are for sale, some are holdbacks. It depends on the size. Also, what tubs they're in. It's like those racks behind me right there are actually next level display racks.
Yeah.
That I actually worked with Jim and Anna I designed them. I asked their permission if I could design a rack that can use the ARS 10 Mini tubs because they only use Freedom Breeder tubs. I was like, can I design a rack system for ARS 10 Mini using your design, your material and stuff like that? And he was like, sure. I designed it. We made a prototype. Everything went together perfectly. And each one of these sections right here, from the red lights on up, is one pod. And it holds 20 tubs. When you buy ARS 10 Mini tubs, you get them in boxes of 20.
Okay.
So I designed it to hold 20. Well, if you stack 3 of them on top of each other, that's 60 tubs. That's 3 orders of tubs from ARS. And then the red lights, those are 3 Inkbird thermostats.
Okay.
And there's a button alongside it where I could actually click and turn off the heat to one of the pods.
Oh.
So when I empty the pod, I could turn the heating off.
Okay.
Save some energy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have 5 pods all together right now. And what is it? 1, 2, 3. I have 4 of them running. With a clutch that's downstairs in the incubator, I'm going to have to start up the 5th pod for the first time ever. So, and they're only, with the 3 pods and a thermal pod in the middle, it's about 5'10". And 2 stacks is 120 animals, and it's in a 4 foot by 2 foot area.
See, I'd want to go because I'm tall. I want a pedestal on that, but because that's not tall at all. I mean, I get a little.
No, it's not bad.
At 6'4", I put a little pedestal because as you get older, Dave.
Yep.
The low tubs, that sucks. Okay.
I'm already thinking of doing a pedestal. Feeding the bottom tubs is hard. Keeping the bottom tubs warmer during the winter because I'm in Wisconsin. We have cold weather, and it's on an outside wall, unfortunately. I had to put a piece of insulation between the wall and the racks to help keep the bottom levels warmer. Even though I have the thermostat down on the bottom of the heat tape on the bottom row, it still has a hard time keeping up sometimes.
Yeah,
But
see, I have the exact opposite here in the desert. You know, during the summer when I get the babies, my baby racks are on an exterior wall. And so I benefit, so I can turn my thermostat down a little bit because it gets some of that heat radiant. And I got a brick construction house. So that
nice.
heat comes off of the bricks. I'm like, I'll just turn off the heat tape altogether. I don't even need it.
Mm-hmm.
85 degrees coming off that wall right now.
Oof. But someone's got to go to bed. And it's not me. Yet. I got about another hour to go.
All
One
right.
hour ago? All right, yeah, it's my time. So we'll have you come back to here next month.
Think straight. Think straight. It
would have to be after Snakes. It would have to be after I'm on Snakes and the Fat Man. After 50 minutes of lame. Yeah.
All right. Yes.
Hey, I have a snake still in my collection that I got from eyeball pythons. Pastel lesser. That's where all the lesser. I think she's like 12 years old, 11 years old. She's as big around as my arm and much stronger than me by this time.
Those older girls, man, they're nice.
She'll never go anywhere. She was my very first female. As a matter of fact, she gave me a clutch this year, so I'm not going to be mad at her.
My very first python is no longer here, so that's unfortunate, but, it is what it is. Growth in the hobby, you got to make tough decisions. It's like, yeah, it's my first, but is it good? Do I really actually have a use for her further on down the line?
Yeah. I get so attached to them. I've yet to sell. I've been 13 years in. I have yet to sell a proven breeder.
Oh wow!
Wow!
Nobody's gonna love them like I do, Keys.
Damn, that's wild.
And they've given me clutches, and they're nice animals. And you know what? I end up giving them to a kid or something. I've given a couple to some kids and stuff.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do? We're going to wrap it up. We're going to come bring you back, sir, another
after
time.
15 minutes in lane. I think there's 15 minutes in lane.
Yeah, let me get the 15 minutes of lane down.
Mm-hmm. We'll figure it out. Make sure anybody watch. Make sure y'all follow them on DNA Reptilia on YouTube and on Instagram.
Yeah, I haven't posted any YouTube videos since last year because I do photography, and photography is taking a lot of my time. A lot.
I'm still subscribed, by the way.
Appreciate it. Thank you. There's a lot of stuff on there that is still good to this day. There's a couple things that I have in my head that I'm still going to work on. Like, I'm going to build a new incubator. There is a video I want to do for rodent breeding. Things that I've learned. There is one big no-no that you should not do for rodent breeding. I did it because it was free, and within a month I was paying the price, and I knew exactly what it was. I'm like, yeah. So, and it's not letting other people in from other rodent facilities. That was a couple of years prior when I had an issue with my rattery going through I had a virus go through my rattery, basically wipe out about 45% of my rats.
Oh, wow.
And I couldn't stop it. I really couldn't. It was an airborne virus that I couldn't stop. It weakens the immune system, kind of like what AIDS does to a human. Yeah. And they die from like common sicknesses. And you just had to let them build up immunities. The strong would survive. That's the only way I could say it. But I have a very strong colony now going, so we're good. I made it through.
Good. Well, when we got on tonight and I saw you used to do a lot of your videos for YouTube from basically kind of this perspective, looking at you on the video.
Some of them, yeah. I've done head-to-head, or when I do egg cutting, I have a 2-camera setup, one looking straight down into the egg. and I'd have that camera in 4K so I could zoom in. I had it manually focused so it wouldn't go in and out of focus on you. If I wanted to zoom in, I just cropped the video because it was in 4K, and I was only outputting my videos in 1080p, so I could crop in quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, time is limited nowadays. So, and photography actually pays bills, and my YouTube videos, I don't see no money from those. Never did.
Neither do I, and I'm not very good at it. My YouTube videos look like home movies and whatnot, but I'm good. I'm having fun.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Yeah,
all that matters. Coach, you have something you want to say before we take off?
No, man. I think it was a great show. I think we have you come back again. That's for sure. I think we leave them wanting for more because I still have more questions. But you're right. I think we're
get upstairs.
Yeah, we gotta
go upstairs. See if I can get by an adult female next time.
Yeah, we'll have them back after it's 15 minutes of lame, and I'll be watching you on that because I've watched it just about every year. So
cool.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun coming back.
Appreciate you. Yeah. And anybody catch the replay, #replay game. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'll see y'all tomorrow and on Friday when we let our hair down.
Gotta let your hair down.
Gotta let your hair down. And y'all know what to do, man. Tomorrow's not promised. 5 minutes, so it's not promised. So get the fuck off my phone. We see you next time. Pardon my language.
Thank you.